Have you ever trusted someone and later felt like a part of you cracked when they broke it? The Stoics never told us to fear people, but they did remind us, not everyone deserves access to your soul. Trust is like glass clear, strong, but once shattered it's never quite the same. Your peace, your time, your energy. These are your true wealth. And just like money, they should be spent wisely, not freely. So ask yourself, who do I let close? Who drains me and who strengthens me? Today, we're diving into 7 types of people you should never trust. Not out of anger, but out of self-respect. Because in a world full of noise, Stoic wisdom teaches us one thing. Peace is a choice, and so is who we share it with. Some people don't just walk into a room, they bring a storm with them. Ever met someone who turns a late text into betrayal? Or a disagreement into war? They don't process emotions, they perform them. Anger speaks for them. Insecurity makes their choices. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But the dramatist, they surrender that power daily. And if you trust them, their chaos will quietly become yours. You'll find yourself drained, tense, reacting instead of thinking. Stoics don't rush to fix that. We step back. Because protecting your peace doesn't make you cold, it makes you wise. Not every fire needs your water. Sometimes, walking away is the calmest form of strength. Have you ever met someone who seems perfect in every room, but different in each one? Today, they praise you. Tomorrow, they whisper behind your back. Chameleons don't believe in truth, they believe in convenience. They shift depending on the crowd, avoiding conflict not because they're peaceful, but because they're scared to stand for something. Seneca once said, "He who never faces adversity cannot prove himself." And that's the core of it. They avoid challenge, so they never grow. They don't choose values, they avoid sides. But trust built on shifting sand won't survive the storm. So the Stoic doesn't trust charisma, we trust consistency. Because in a world full of masks, integrity is the rarest face to find. We all carry pain. That's part of being human. But some people turn pain into identity and wear their suffering like a badge of honor. They never heal, because healing means losing their favorite excuse. Every failure, someone else's fault. Every conflict, they're the innocent one. And if you stay too close, one day, you'll be cast as the villain in their story. Marcus Aurelius said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury disappears." But victim players reject responsibility instead. Yes, show compassion, but don't confuse enabling with kindness. The Stoic path is about ownership, not blame. So walk with those who rise from pain, not those who build their homes in it. Not all threats come with a raised voice. Some arrive with a smile, a compliment, a perfectly chosen word. Sweet talkers don't force, they seduce your trust. They echo your hopes, speak your language, but not from the heart, from habit. Epictetus once said, "It's not the insult that hurts, but your belief that it is one." And that's the danger. They manipulate how you feel, while never changing how they act. They flatter fast, promise easily, then disappear when there's nothing left to gain. But Stoics don't trust easy words, we trust actions, especially when kindness costs something. Because real character shows up when the spotlight is off. Charm may open the door, but only integrity should be allowed to stay. Some people don't need enemies, they sabotage themselves daily. Why? Because they lack the one thing Stoics consider essential: self-mastery. Without discipline, you don't make choices your cravings do. Lust, anger, envy, greed, they become the driver. Seneca said, He is most powerful who has power over himself. But the undisciplined? They betray for pleasure, lie to avoid discomfort, and feel no guilt, because guilt requires reflection. They chase instant highs and leave long-term damage behind. And here's the truth. If someone can't say no to their own impulses, they won't say no when it's your trust on the line. Their chaos isn't a phase, it's a pattern. Never trust someone who refuses to govern themselves. Some people don't stab you in the back, they whisper you into ruin. Gossip isn't harmless chatter. It's sabotage with a smile. These people don't seek truth, they seek attention. They twist facts, leak secrets, and cloak cruelty in the disguise of curiosity. And remember, what they say about others, they will eventually say about you. The Stoics taught that speech should uplift, not wound in secret. A mouth that gossips can never be trusted with your name. So ask yourself, are the people around me protectors of dignity or merchants of drama? Guard your circle. Guard your name. Because some reputations are traded for cheap applause, and yours shouldn't be one of them. Not everyone who cheers you on wants you to grow. Some just want you comfortable, even if that means staying stuck. Enablers feel kind, but they're kindness without courage. They avoid the hard conversations. They soothe your excuses instead of confronting them. But true Stoic friendship, it calls you out with love. As Epictetus said, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. You don't need people who protect your comfort zone. You need those who pull you toward your potential. So ask yourself, are the people around me helping me stretch? Or helping me settle? Because trust should never belong to those who keep you small, just to avoid discomfort. Trust isn't about building walls. It's about building doors with locks. The Stoics never told us to isolate, but to curate. Because not every smile is sincere. Not every "I love you" knows how to honor love. In a noisy world, protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's wise. So treat trust like armor light enough to wear, but strong enough to defend. Give it slowly, observe deeply. Because once shattered, trust doesn't return to its original form, it comes back, different. So be kind, but be discerning. Because your peace deserves protection, and your life deserves people who earn their place in it. If this spoke to something deep in you, subscribe to Stoic True Wisdom. Stay clear, stay grounded. Stay unshakable in a world that constantly tries to pull you off center.